All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go ahead and get started this evening. This is the City Council regular meeting for December the 17th, and the clerk will call the roll.
Mayor Brian Mock.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Jimmy First.
Here.
Councilmember John Mesa.
Here.
Councilmember Leslie Robson. Here. Councilmember Paul Stovall.
Here.
Councilmember Elmer Vythe.
Present.
Very good. We have our Pledge of Allegiance this evening. How about our paddle folks? Would y'all lead us in the pledge this evening? Yeah, thank you so much. Probably just insulted pickleballers everywhere by saying paddle people. We have the approval of the agenda.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the agenda as prepared.
Second.
A motion and a second to approve the agenda as presented. Any discussion? All in favor? And that is unanimous. Under announcements and presentations this evening, we have our Lifeline Animal Showcase, and tonight we have with us, I believe, Morel.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for having us. My name is Brantley, and I'm with Lifeline Animal Project. And this is Maria, also with Lifeline Animal Project at our DeKalb County Animal Services. And more importantly, this is Morel, our amazing ambassador today for you all. She is absolutely the friendliest little girl, and I've only known her for just a tiny, tiny bit, but I can tell how much she loves the attention she gets today. She's around 3 to 4 years old. She is dog friendly, cat friendly, and obviously people friendly, but is just super sweet. She has been in the shelter since June, so she is really hoping for a holiday miracle to come around and to get her into a home, whether that's an adopted home or fostering or even just a dog for the day where someone can just take her out to let her stretch her legs and get some new exposure and a new change of scenery. And then we also are excited to just kind of talk a little bit more. I know it was discussed previously about our new expansion project that we have going on at the shelter that we are so excited about. Our new expansion is not to help us house more animals, it's to help us handle the amount that we have coming in. Our goal in the shelter is 475, and that will not change with this new expansion. But to give you guys some insight, I believe what I was told is that right now we have currently 547 in our shelter, and it was funny, I was talking with staff and they were talking about how good that was, that they were able to get it down to that number. But as you can tell, that's still a big gap that we have to take on. And so with this expansion, we are hoping to be able to handle the amount that we are seeing with a more humane housing, particularly our dogs that are being housed as live evidence. That is our main goal for this new spot currently, is to, once it gets, good to go. We just had our groundbreaking not too long ago. I think I saw a few of you there. And so we're hoping to use that for housing those particular animals that are not available for adoption at this time or placement. They are being held as live evidence. So giving them a place to, kind of call home until we have new options for them. But yes, we are so excited to be here once again, and we are hoping that if anyone is looking to add a pup or kitty to their family for Christmas, or any holiday, please stop by and meet some amazing dogs like Meryl right now. She's sweet, oh my goodness. And then, of course, any other animals that you're looking for. We got in a ton of bunnies recently, so if any of you are interested in a bunny rabbit, we've got those. So thank you guys so much for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can attest Morel is very friendly. I thought I got all the slobber off, but I still have it on my sleeve. From where I walked in the door earlier. So hopefully she finds a good home and very soon. And I can say, on behalf of council, I know we're all grateful and glad that the expansion is moving forward soon. As you said, it's not about being able to house more, it's being able to house those that we already have in a form or fashion that is more suitable, because where they're at right now is not their best living conditions, even though it's still a great facility. It's when you've got that many over the number that you were built to house, you can imagine it's not going to be the greatest condition for everybody. But I'm glad to hear it's down by about 60 from last month. I remember it was like 610 when you guys were here last month. So to be at 547 is an accomplishment, given that there's so many new ones coming in every day. So good work. Anything else from council on that?
I just wanted to add that we are working, as we talked about earlier, we're working as hard as we can to expedite all the permitting that we need to go through for the expansion. Unfortunately, as a government entity, we're not allowed to do any circumventing the processes, and we're working diligently to get those permits and everything that we need to with DeKalb County through as soon as possible.
Yeah, it'll get done. Thank y'all for being with us. If you're looking for a new family member or a friend for the holidays, visit our Lifeline Animal Shelter, which is just down the street here from City Hall, if you're out there in TV land watching. All right, thank y'all. Happy holidays. We have our annual Volunteer of the Year recognition, and I don't believe she is with us this evening, so we'll move that to January. All right, we'll move that to January. Under old business this evening, we have 3 meetings that need approval.
Motion to approve all 3 meetings as submitted.
A motion and a second to approve all 3 sets of meeting minutes as submitted. Any further discussion? All in favor? And that is unanimous. Under ordinances tonight, we have a second read on the tree permit sign ordinance.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to allow the city attorney to read headings only.
Heading only by consent. We okay with that?
Yep.
All right. And
All right. This is an ordinance to amend the Code of Ordinances of the City of Chamblee, Georgia, Unified Development Ordinance, Title III, Development and Permitting, Chapter 320, Buffers, Landscaping, and Tree Protection, by revising Section 320-34 to require property owners to place a public notice of tree removal permit on their property.
that was very short. Any discussion on
One
that
sentence.
item?
Is this the second read?
It is. Any discussion on it? Okay, so I'll need a motion then to,
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to accept the tree permit sign ordinance as read by staff attorney.
Second.
a motion. Have a motion and a second to.
We need instant replay on that one.
What's that?
We need instant replay on that one.
Motion and a second to approve the tree permit sign ordinance as presented by the city attorney. Any further discussion? All in favor? That is unanimous. Under staff action items this evening, we have the Dresden Plaster Special Services District Resolution.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to adopt the resolution for the Dresden Plaster Special Services District as submitted.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to adopt the Dresden Plaster Special Services District Resolution as submitted. Any further discussion on that item? All in favor? That is unanimous. Master Plan Design Services for City Hall South Lawn.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion authorizing you to sign a proposal for master plan design services for an amount not to exceed $26,000 with GMC.
Second.
A motion and a second to authorize the mayor to sign the Master Plan Design Services in an amount not to exceed $26,000 from GMC. Any further discussion on that item? All in favor? That is unanimous. The third amendment to the HDL Master Services Agreement.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion authorizing you to sign the amended master services agreement with HDL as submitted.
Second.
A motion and a second to authorize the mayor to sign the amendment to HDL Master Services Agreement as submitted. Any further discussion on that item? All in favor? That is unanimous. Fiscal year 2025 budget resolution.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to adopt the fiscal year 2025 budget resolution as submitted.
A motion and a second to adopt the fiscal year 2025 budget resolution as submitted. Any further discussion on that item? All in favor? And that is unanimous. Resolution to establish the 2025 fee schedule.
Motion to approve the resolution adopting the 2025 fee schedule for the city of Chamblee as prepared by staff.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to adopt the resolution to establish the 2025 fee schedule as submitted by staff. Any further discussion on that item? All in favor? That is unanimous. We have the Vinay Road traffic calming petition.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to accept the Vinay Road traffic calming petition as it's presented.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to accept the Vinay Road traffic calming petition as presented. Any further discussion on that item?
I think we decided last Thursday that it's been.
Yeah.
Vinay,
Vinay, any further
Vinay.
discussion on that item? All in favor? Ms.
Sorry,
Elmering?
if I may.
Yes.
Is it just to accept the petition or to adopt the recommendations as well?
All right.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a friendly amendment to my own motion where we accept the petition and proposal as presented.
Re-second?
All right, have a motion and a second, as stated by Councilmember Mesa, for the Vinay Road traffic calming petition. All in favor? And that is unanimous. We have PZ 2024. This is 3031 Shallowford Road. This is the Paddle People, Chamblee Racket and Paddle Complex.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve 3 variances and 3 waivers with the following conditions. Those conditions being, number 1, the development shall be constructed in substantial conformity with the site plan received by Planning and Development Department dated 31 October 2024, with the revisions required by the conditions of approval as reviewed and approved by the Planning and Development Director. 2, the applicant shall prepare a landscape plan that fully screens the view of tennis courts from the right-of-way year-round. Landscape plan shall provide a mixture of plantings, including deciduous plant material native to the area. Additionally, it shall relate to the existing features of the site and form a composition of plantings. Landscaping shall be selected from the plant species selection list for permanent buffers in 2.2 of the UDO. The final landscape plan shall be reviewed and approved by the Planning and Development Director. 3, the fencing along and visible from Shallowford Road may be constructed of PVC coated chain link fence coated in black or green. Alternative types of fencing that provide adequate enclosure of the tennis courts constructed of a durable and weather-resistant material may be acceptable if approved by Planning and Development Director. If acoustical or wind screening is installed in conjunction with chain link fence, said panels shall be digitally printed with an artistic mural approved by the Holik Arts Commission in accordance with the PAC mural guidelines, or an additional ornamental architectural screen will be installed in front of the chain link fence. 4, the applicant shall install adequate sound and shield light barriers to the greatest extent to protect the adjacent neighborhood to the east and south from negative impacts from noise and light. The maximum tree and shrub plantings shall be provided in these areas. Plans shall be reviewed and approved by the Planning and Development Department. 5, the applicant shall install a 10-foot wide trail along Shallowford Road as described in the 2023 Master Trails Plan Eastside Connector Trail Segment 3D. The trail shall include a 7-foot landscape strip and 10-foot sidewalk. Final design shall be approved by the Parks and Rec Director. 6, the applicant shall remove the existing pylon sign on the property prior to issuance of a certificate of occupancy. 7, the applicant shall make improvements to the existing stormwater management facility at 3110 Shallowford Road. Should the capacity be exceeded due to the additional impervious surfaces, the applicant shall expand the facility in whole where possible to accommodate capacity. If not possible, the applicant may provide alternative compensation subject to review and approval by the Planning and Development Department. 8, the applicant shall provide additional tree plantings north of the proposed retaining wall and shared parking spaces on 3119 Shallowford Road. I'm sorry, I think I got a typo earlier. It'd be the stormwaters at 3119 Shallowford Road. 9, the applicant shall provide access egress at Shallowford Road so that vehicles may not turn left onto Shallowford Road or from Shallowford Road into the subject property. In order to reduce speed and to protect pedestrians and cyclists on the sidewalk, slip lanes shall not be permitted. The applicant shall work with the department staff to include slap medians or a similar traffic control feature to reinforce no left turns from the site onto Shallowford Road. And those are all of the conditions.
Second.
Sorry, we have a motion and a second to approve with conditions as recommended by Councilmember Vythe. Any further discussion on this item?
The fence was the 10-foot, right? I didn't hear that.
We gave the variance for the 10-foot fence.
There it is, thank you.
Any further discussion? All in favor? And that is unanimous. That was a lot to remember. They'll give you a copy of it.
I'll email it to the clerk after the meeting.
Very good. All right, we have the raise grant application approval.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to authorize staff to work with Chamblee Horn to submit an application for rebuilding American infrastructure with sustainability and equity, RAISE, grant funding through the United States Department of Transportation by January 30th, 2025.
Second.
It's a motion and a second to authorize staff to work for the raise grant as stated by Councilmember First. Any further discussion on this item? All in favor? And that is unanimous. We have the Jacobs Call Center contract extension.
Mr. Mayor, I would like to make a motion to authorize you to sign an amendment to the existing Jacobs Engineering contract for a period of 1 year at a cost not to exceed $15,332.83 per month.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to authorize the mayor to sign a contract extension for the call center with Jacobs for 1 year. Any further discussion on that item? All in favor? And that is unanimous. Skipping on down, we have nothing under mayor and council this evening, so we'll move down to public comment. The mayor is the presiding officer. All remarks shall be addressed to the city council as a body, not to individual members. Anyone wishing to speak shall come to the microphone, give your name and address to the city clerk. Limit remarks to 3 minutes unless further time is granted by council. Not speak a second time until everyone wishing to speak has spoken once. No one can speak more than twice. Please do not speak unless you have the microphone and have been recognized. Anyone wishing to address council this evening? Anybody? Come on down. Nobody wishing to address council this evening? Do we have an executive session? What? No, the attorney's here and no executive session?
Don't we have to discuss Merry Christmas or something?
All
It's
right.
our holiday gift to you guys, no executive session.
Thank you so much. Anybody wish to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor? And we are adjourned. Very good. Yeah.
If
Happy
I knew that, I
holidays
would
for
have said,
sure.
go for the record.